Yeah. Oh man, what's going on? I like doing these type of videos. This is not bad. This is kind of simple. I got my audio right. So I think I could do this. I think I could do these. I think I could mess with these if y'all can mess with these. But anyway, as you can see from the title, I'm going to talk about the Xbox Scorpio. And as usual, I'm a part of the Xbox Mafia. No, I'm just joking. But every time I hear like some crazy shit going on and my Xbox brothers hit me up and they tell me some stuff that was being said, I feel like it's my duty to try and kind of correct the logic behind the things that are being said. So with that being said, of course, I'm going to talk about why I think the Xbox Scorpio should not be $399 and why I believe it will not be $399. Now, first of all, of course, there's no real proof to substantiate the claim once again that the Xbox will be $399. Now, however, they did say that it's not going to be at a price point that we have not seen before, which is quite vague. And honestly, that's greasy talk for this shit's going to be as expensive as we can possibly make it without it being too ridiculous, which is still greasy talk for it's going to cost a lot. Okay. So with that being said, automatically, where did we get $399? I don't know. But I'm going to say for the Xbox community, if you guys go around saying that the Xbox is going to be $399 for the new Scorpio coming out next year, and that's the same price as the Xbox S 2 TB or the premium Xbox One S, that's not smart because guess what? Just the mere thought of this, I was gonna go buy an Xbox One S, and I just decided not to, just for the simple fact that I'm hearing it's going to be very similar in price to the Scorpio. Even though I believe the price point for the Scorpio is going to be $499, I said that on the Weapon Wheel podcast, and I'm sticking to that now. I still think it's going to be $499, just because it can't be $399, and you're going to tell me it's going to be more powerful than the PS4 Pro. That makes no sense. It's not going to do 4K native 60 frames for $399. There's no way in fucking hell. Just logic dictates. You can't even build a PC for $399 that could do 4K native 60 FPS. And you're going to tell me that a console, which is actually more expensive to make to do less, is going to be actually for that price? Nah, logic prevails, and logic dictates that that's nonsense. You are not the father, dog. So anyway, I digress on that. But back to what I'm saying about this whole thing. Yeah, the Xbox Scorpio claims are now being backpedaled quite a bit. They're really dodging this whole 60 FPS, which disappoints me because it seems like no matter what refreshes we get this generation, we just are not going to get the 60 FPS. I noticed with the Pro when they were announcing it, when they had the PlayStation meeting, they totally dodged the 60 FPS number. Like they didn't even want to say this number. No matter what, the only number that kept coming out was 4K, 4K, 4K. We're going to achieve 4K. Native or not, we're still going to achieve 4K. So I noticed that was just like the whole focus, and the Xbox is now doing the same thing. Now, this is why I'm kind of upset with the Xbox Scorpio. It seems like they saw the specs for the Pro, and now they're backpedaling quite a bit now. Now they're trying to match the Pro, I guess, because now they're realizing, okay, we're going to have to make a new system since we already know Sony's making a PS5, and they're already working on it. So the answer to the Scorpio is going to be the PlayStation 5. And, I think Xbox realized that, and now they're backpedaling in preparations for the next generation console, which they said they weren't going to do, but that wasn't written in stone either. So with that being said, I don't know what's going to happen and what's going on, but at the end of the day, I know for a fact that the Xbox Scorpio, you should not want it to be $399 for the simple fact that if it is $399, it's no way it's going to achieve the things that they said it's going to achieve. There's no way possible unless they're going to go for 4K 30 max, and unless they're going to do the same exact thing as the Pro. And this puts us back in the same boat as the console war being more towards Sony side, because let's be honest, if you wait a whole year, give Sony that jump, all those sales, and then turn around and release the same console a year later, you're still behind the ball. And Xbox looks like they're trying to be a little slick about this, and they're trying to make the console is just going to be slightly more better than the Pro now, so that they could say that the numbers match, that the Pro is a more powerful console. But at the end of the day, I was trying to explain this to people. If Sony is the dictator as far as they control the market, the climate, who do you think they're going to make games for? You think they're going to make games and multi-plats for Pro mode and for Scorpio mode? Or they're just going to make one and cater towards the more profitable console? Let's just be honest. Because at the end of the day, if you look at the sales for the Sony PlayStation versus Microsoft's Xbox, whenever they have multi-plats, This generation, Xbox has been getting slaughtered by Sony multi-platform. Literally 3 to 1, like every copy. Literally, if a game sells 1 million on PlayStation, is selling like maybe 300,000 tops on Xbox, and that's like rare. And this is the problem. So you think that when multi-plats come out, they're gonna make them in 4K 60 for Xbox, and they just give them a promo for Sony so that Sony has the weaker game? Come on, let's be honest. Sony is gonna have the most consoles. So now you guys are gonna go, wait a minute, this is a refresh. We're talking about new numbers here. Let's just be honest for a second here. It's the same generation, it's the same console. People are breaking their necks to actually go out and get 4K TVs and all of this. So everybody's getting ready for this wave. So it's gonna, I believe the climate's gonna stay the same. I'm willing to bet that. But if it does, then we're in the same boat again. So it looks like Microsoft needs to back away from that $399 and go on ahead and put that $499 minimum price tag out there, just so that they can live up to the claims they made. If they don't do this, then they're liars and they're disappointing their community again. So the Xbox community running around saying that you want $399, I wouldn't run around saying that. That's not what you want. You do not want that, because then that means the console really is not going to do 4K 60, which they already backpedal from anyway. But that confirms it. So they already said we're going to talk about the price of this time next year, which means around E3. So because the console should be coming out around this time next year. If they're just now talking about the price around this time next year, it's going to come out at the same time as the Pro. But I believe they'll have this information out for E3. You know, I mean, why not? But at the end of the day, like I said, I just wanted to explain, you don't really want it to be $399, man, especially waiting a whole nother year for the Pro, just for it to be $399 and be slightly more powerful, which means the advantage will still go to Sony, because they had a whole year out there with these 4K games and these HDR and all this stuff. And remember, Sony's going to have HDR and 4K for a whole year before we even see the Scorpio come out with 4K with HDR. The HDR on the S and the Ultra Blu-ray in the S is not enough for 4K on the PlayStation Pro. I'm just telling y'all now, so y'all know, for those of you who have not seen it, because some people are going to say they didn't see a difference. I promise you, you spend 2 days playing 4K and try to go back to 1080p. That's like watching a VHS cassette after seeing a Blu-ray. That's literally the difference there. Not seeing a DVD from VHS. You got to say VHS cassette tape to Blu-ray. That's how big of a difference that is. 4K is 1080p times 4. Just keep that in mind. And yes, you will see the difference. The reason you'll see the difference is when you try to go back to 1080p after you play it for a while. I haven't been playing no games in 1080p in so long. Man, when I watch a 1080p game, it looks like it's snowing on the screen. Literally, seriously, no BS, y'all. No BS. I've been in 4K mode ever since they announced the Pro was going to do 4K. I just have been. But with that being said, man, I'm not gonna make this video too much longer than I already did. I just wanted to explain why you don't want the console to be $399. That's a terrible thing. It's poison, and it puts the Xbox guys right back where they started, praying for secret sauce and praying for rain. And hopefully you guys get what you deserve, and you get the console that you were supposed to get to begin with, a console that's of equal value to PlayStation. Because honestly, this generation should have never been seeing 720p. Forget the frames. 720p should have never been a thing this generation. That was a thing last generation, and it should not be a thing now. And I was advocating for the longest time, telling you guys, look, if you go to the dealer and you want to buy a Civic, and he tells you he has the same model Civic, one is the 1.3 liter, one is the 1.8 liter, which both engines are, but anyway, you're gonna go for the 1.8 if it's the same price as the 1.3, right? But here's the problem. Why would the 1.3 be the same price as the 1.8? That was my point with the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 with the multiplats. I had to go where I was getting more bang for my buck. And I was on PlayStation this generation. You know, I supported Xbox, and I actually probably got the same amount of games for both consoles, to be honest, because I still buy Xbox games and play them. If it's a game I like, I really just buy it for Xbox. But when it comes to like features and all of that, I feel like the PlayStation just had better features for what I needed to do, especially for being a content creator. Because this generation, I came into it being a content creator. I started with the 8th generation on YouTube, even though I've been gaming way before that. You know, I'm a Nintendo baby gamer. So with that being said, man, $399, just not, please don't do that. I just hope it's $499. I actually wanted to be $499 so that I know they actually put better hardware in it. Now we know the Zen CPU is not going to be on either one of these consoles, which I'm a little bit disappointed in, but I guess that's a price wise, you know, you got to make these things affordable. But anyway, I talk long enough. I'm out of here. Let me know what you think in the comment section, guys. Give me your 2 cents. If anyone has like an article, a link to this whole $3.99 thing, please let me know, because you know I'm a fact checker, and honestly, there was no facts to substantiate the claim that this will even be $3.99. All they said is that, all Phil Spencer said is that it will not be out of the price range of what we've seen before. But remember, Neo Geo was $800. So that's not actually saying a lot by saying that. That's a very vague blanket statement, and it's what we call on my side of town greasy talk. All right, so Phil Spencer was dropping a little bit more of that corporate greasy talk. Anyway, I'm out of here, man. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.